And welcome to another thrilling episode of the Planetary Persuader. I am Cosmic Kev, your host, and this is for your astrological forecast starting Friday the 13th, 2018, going on till Thursday the 19th, 2018. So, that's the good news. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to know you. I'm so happy that you're here with me. Venus went into Virgo earlier this week, which they say is sort of a debilitated placement for Virgo, at least Western horoscope Virgo. Sidereal horoscope, it's in Leo still. So it is being real about your love, you know, and bringing that love reality to a stronger place. It's also like being okay with being by yourself too, because you know Virgo's kind of like the hermit in a lot of ways, sort of like I don't know where I'm at, I don't know why I'm doing this. Also, Virgo loves to nude sunbathe, you know, be a naturalist and just really connect with the earth on a sensual level. And I remember one of my teachers, you know, even though Venus is in Virgo, it can be debilitated. This is a problem, is when you're critical in love relationships. It hurts, you know, it hurts everyone. And your love relationship is about, I want to be in a flow with somebody. I just want to have fun. I think David Palmer, the Leo King astrologer, said, yeah, well, it's not like Venus and Libra where you want to put on a short skirt and maybe, you know, tie one on in town. You know, and I also like, because I try to look at astrology deeper, knowing something about Jyotish or the Vedic sidereal principles, is that's where it really is at. I mean, if you're looking at the stars, that's where the constellations are. And I know Western astrology works, that's what I do here. But I encourage you to check out some of this Vedic stuff. It's amazingly revealing, and for the most part I find it very accurate. So on, you know, the upswing, we've got Venus and Uranus in trine with each other, so they're in this great relationship with each other for unconventional love and and you know, working on unconventional ways of getting our needs met. I tried that and I realized it was very conventional. You know, I just want someone to love me. I want that Shakti and Shiva, that Ashira and Adonai, that king and queen kind of relationship, rather than, oh, her, and her, or him, and, you know, it's just too messy. And, you know, more power to you if you can get away with that. I just found that kind of thing super ungrounding and heart-tearing and hurts people a lot. I don't want to hurt people. And you know, I think we're going to just go right now without getting into that crap. And sign by sign, starting with you, Aries. So greetings, Aries. Welcome to your horoscope. It's a brand new start for you. In this cycle, we're dealing with our emotions, our relationship to our parents, maybe particularly the mother. And who's your tribe? And do you feel safe with them? And how are you going to move forward? Well, I mean, Mars is in your 11th house, so you move forward by socializing, you meet people. And I think the key to like good relationships and meeting people is appreciation. I love to be appreciated. I love when other people appreciate me. And just divine encounters happen every day, and all you have to do is just be open to them. And I mean, I think about Mars and Aquarius is sort of like the sign of everyday people. I mean, sure, we hype up on the eccentricities and stuff, and that's just because Aquarians are essentially afraid everyone will discover they're so normal and so boring. And so they just do things to kind of spice things up. It's okay to be normal, and it's okay to be boring. Sometimes there's more stability in something like that. So it's like everybody doesn't have the same thing, you know. It's like you have to work on it, you know. You have to work hard in order to get what you need socially. And I'd say work on health issues, work on just improving your own personal image, and then you'll be better. You'll be more in tune to what you need to be. All right. So, greetings Taurus, welcome to your horoscope. So Venus is actually in a good place for you, because Venus is in your 5th house now. And so you're more ready to open up your heart. You're more ready to be more creative. You're more ready to show love. You're more ready to show your ability to bring on sweetness, to be generous with others, to gift other people, not to hang on, but to let go. And that's fine. You know, letting go is part of what it takes for you to experience good love. And if you have female children, your relationship with them should be better this week. If you're studying art, it should be more expansive. If you're going on a vacation, it should be a great time for a vacation. And you're getting a lot of stimulation from Uranus right now. So it's like, I want to try things differently. I want to try things maybe a little bit beyond convention. You know, I want to do things in an unconventional way versus the conventional way. And so this is important, you know, this is important to embrace this as a good time. Now the sun is in your 3rd house, which is neighbors, siblings, friends. Also a good placement for doing artwork, working with your hands. Music, visual arts, it's all going to get better. And you're part of that improvement that you're making right now. Well, hello Gemini, and welcome to your horoscope. So one thing to note about this lunar cycle, now that we're, you know, having the first day after a new moon, it's a great day for a ritual. Great day to set your intentions. And so this new moon happened in your 2nd house. So 2nd house is family, 2nd house is money, 2nd house is your neck, and it's your voice. So this is all about finding a voice, expanding that voice. Mercury's in the 3rd house. What a perfect place for it to be right now. And Mercury is going to go retrograde in a couple of weeks, right before the full moon on the 27th, which is a super moon, I'm sure, lunar eclipse, with Mars retrograde with the south node of the moon. There's all kinds of implications. And I think one of the things I realize about retrograde planets is it's about being receptive. We've got Pluto retrograde, Saturn retrograde, and soon Jupiter. Well, Jupiter's direct, you know, and Jupiter's moving forward in a good way. So we want things to be good for us, but sometimes it's not a good time to take action. You know, it's a harder, more difficult time. And this is a good time for travel. This is a good time for exploration for you. And in a lot of ways, it would be a good time to go to the place of your birth It'd be a good time to go to a place of your ancestors, because that south node that's next to Mars is all about your subconscious reality. It's all about what's hidden. So, you know, in that mystery, it's a foundation, it's abilities you have. You don't even understand why you're good at certain things, but you are. And that's part of the gift of the South Node. So, that's something interesting to pursue. Since Neptune's in your midheaven, and, you know, Neptune's been trine with the Sun this week, so, you know, anybody with Jupiter direct, anybody following their spiritual principles is going to move forward. You know, anybody who's practicing more empathy, trying to connect better with their fellow humans in a non-threatening way, you're going to do better. And I know you want that. You want that connection. And I think, you know, it's a good time to take a short trip, you know, maybe be somewhat close to home, but something regional, you know, maybe within 200 miles or less of your home space will be good. And you know, Venus moves into your 4th house. I mean, it's like good time to fix the house, make it look better, make things better. Well, hello Cancer, and welcome to your horoscope. And happy birthday if you're a Cancer having a birthday this week. Oh, so many good things, you know. I remember so many good things, and if I hadn't had a breakup, I'd be celebrating a special anniversary on the 19th. And I can still smile. I can still love, you know, and that's a good thing, you know. And I just say this is a time for you. This is with this new moon this week. It's renewal of the heart. Venus in Virgo, that's 3rd house Venus. That's going to help you socialize better. That's going to help you do better art, you know, write songs. Getting yourself in a place where things are going to be much more pleasant for you. Relationship issues are big, you know, with Pluto and Saturn both retrograde in the 7th house. If you're feeling hurt in your relationship life, or that things have kind of stagnated, or you're sensing some kind of death in those areas, it's okay, because moving forward in love is so important. Move forward in love, and that really begins with self-love. It really begins with self-appreciation. Once you have that self-appreciation, then you can be in better relationship with everybody. And there'll be some stimulating things happen if you get out there and socialize. You might find that the world's a fun place. You might find love where you live. And there's this impatient, you know, there's that, the libido's a little higher with Mars retrograding in the 8th house, and it's okay. You know, Venus and Neptune are going to be interfacing with each other, and I mean, I guess that's why I feel like the way I feel right now. It's like, God, if it's not a spiritual love, I don't even want it. I don't even want to deal with it, you know? It's like, yeah, I'm hungry. The fast food restaurant's a few blocks closer than that really great gourmet, organic food, wonderful place is. I'm not going to go to the fast food place. I'm going to wait, you know? If I have to get there in a wheelchair or hobble to the the better food, I'm going to get there, and I want the better. Greetings, Leo, and welcome to your horoscope. You know, whenever I see the 12th house Sun transit, I'm like, this is not a time to make a whole bunch of noise and strut your Leo pride. Because this is a time where you've got to deal with the good and the bad, of all the karma, of all the seeds you've planted throughout the year. This is a good time to spend a lot of time in nature, a lot of time alone, reading books that are spiritual, that are helping you, self-improvement books, and going on a journey. Your imagination is rich, you know, and so there's a lot of richness that you can pull out of your imagination and your mind, and that's a good thing. Venus is now in the second house. Maybe your voice is sounding better. You've got something to sing about. Might inspire others. Uranus is in the midheaven. It's like, how can I shake things up in a good way that's freeing and it opens people up to ideas that are earth friendly. That's one of the things I think about with Uranus and Taurus is, what are we doing to liberate ourselves to love the earth more? What are we doing to liberate ourselves to love the earth? I think way back when the last Earth dog in '58, Uranus was in Leo. It was like, back then it was like, what are we doing to liberate our hearts to love more? That was the theme. And now it's like, with Uranus now in Taurus, it's, that's your career house. You need work that's going to support you feeling excited about doing real things. And using a kind of technology that's earth friendly and is good, and also you have to do the spiritual work right now. Jupiter in the 4th house, Neptune in the 8th house. You're not going to get away from this, and if you try to, it's just going to make things worse in the long run. So, face those inner demons. Just admit it. I'm vulnerable. I need help. I want to come through this cycle in a good way. And then the next new moon, in a month from now, you will. Well, greetings, Virgo, and welcome to your horoscope. So nice to be with you. You like your alone time. And you like to socialize right now. This is a good time. This is a time when the helpful friends show up. So being there for helpful friends is not a bad idea. In fact, I think it's a good idea. Self-love, it is not an easy thing to practice or to even be good at. So that's what I'll say about that. Taking a trip, with Uranus in the 9th house, it could be good. It could be stimulating, especially if it's like a sacred spiritual place like Mount Shasta or Chaco Canyon or Mount Sinai or Mount Fuji. Those are the types of places where you're going to find soul revival. So if you're working on some soul revival, my hat's off to you. This is a good time for that. Souls need to be revived. And finding your own spiritual tribe is not an easy quest, because you're kind of a perfectionist and you're very perceptive. I have to add that to you. And now that Venus is in your 1st house, you're actually kind of good looking. And you're going to find more suitors, more people interested in you, wanting to hang out with you. And it's also, if you're an artist and you've had a dry time in the art, this is the time to write songs. I could even feel it in just the Vedic Leo. Just as I was recording this, it was like going, oh my God, I'm writing a song. We cannot change the things we don't like by taking stands against stuff. We can only love, nurture, and embrace what we're in conflict with hopes that we can win them over to the side that seems to be better, that has more light. Pointing fingers and doing the blame game is only going to hurt you, ultimately. It's not going to help others. And there's a lot of questions that are being asked popularly in pop culture, but then there's a lot of questions that are not being asked that deserve some attention as well. And you're that type of person, Virgo, that asks those kind of questions, the ones that aren't popular. And your beauty, you're looking for that spiritual relationship right now. And you're willing to do the work right now. I see you doing the inner work, the outer work, and welcoming things turning better. Well, hello Libra, and welcome to your horoscope. So, You know, Venus is in Virgo, it's in the 12th house. I mean, that could be pleasures of the bed. This could be an indication you need to get more sleep. It also could be, you know, a deceptive female that wants, you know, something from you, or is mad and they're not telling you about things. I really, I have such a hard time with that secretiveness, you know. It's deadly in a lot of ways. That's why, you know, the 12th house is about secrets, you know. It's kind of like a house of death. You know, I mean, I know they say the 8th house is too. They both are. But I think that there's a real finality, you know, where we're letting everything go and we're releasing when it comes to 12th house stuff. Now, Cancer rules your midheaven. It rules your career. It rules where your talents and skills shine. You have a very active social life this weekend. You know, that's going to be fun. And things eventually will get better. But right now it's like, perfect your performance. Perfect your ability to be out there in the outer world and show them what your abilities are. And I sense good things are coming. Good things are going to come out of that. And you like good things. And there's more wealth coming your way. There's a lot of manifestation. I see this magic manifestation coming around Libra. So, yeah, I want to hang out with you. This looks good. Okay. Well, greetings, Scorpio, and welcome to your horoscope. Well, it's been a wild world in the world of Scorpios, with Jupiter expanding and stretching you, and I mean, in a lot of ways it's blessing you. But sometimes the blessings aren't seen. Now that Jupiter's going direct, I think the blessings are trickling down upon you, and there's this sense of cosmic relief. Like, oh, thank you. It just seemed like everything good was being held up. And I really could use a blessing right now. I really could use a boost right now. I could use some encouragement right now. And so, be open to that. One thing I think about Scorpio psychologically is it's the one sign of the zodiac that can appear very confident amidst the self-knowledge of extreme vulnerability. It's an interesting mix. Venus in the 11th house, you're having fun at parties, you're flirting, you're meeting people, maybe you're going out on dates, maybe you're in a stable relationship. I mean, most Scorpios prefer that. This weekend is about your performance, your ability to shine with your abilities. And I think some of the tough spots is just dealing with grief in the neighborhood, you know, dealing with grief in communication. And there's a restlessness, you know, there's like this, you know, some of you are, I would say hold off buying a new vehicle until Mars goes direct. That's my advice. When does that happen? I think it happens in late August, actually. I think it happens like on the 27th of August, yeah. That's when Mars goes direct. So I would hold off till then. You know, and I mean, I think a lot of ways, many major decisions are going to be better held off until that time period. Meanwhile, though, Cancer time is great for enlightenment, higher learning, travel, expanding your knowledge, meeting spiritual people. I think that's what you really want. Okay. Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your horoscope. You know, Jupiter in the 12th house, very spiritual. You know, in fact, all the fire signs, working on your spiritual life right now is the way to go. Cancer rules your 8th house, so there's some transformation. There's other people in power. It's that feeling, you know. I got it today as the moon was transiting my 8th house while I was recording this. I was just like, I'm not feeling it, but that's okay. You know, that's part of life, you know. We can't be in power all the time. And what I see working for you is, you know, taking practical steps to maybe change up an exercise regime or a diet plan that you haven't tried before. It can make you feel better. And actually some of your best work, some of your creative works are being seen by the public now, and like you have a chance to do better art. and get more approval. You know, your ratings are going up. Yay! Greetings, Capricorn. Welcome to your horoscope. So, I mean, we're dealing with life's limits, and they're not easy. They're hard, you know, and it's frustrating. And so we have to take this slower pulse, a slower pace. But you know, you have some good friends. You have some people that are like spiritually enlightened in your social circle that are sort of cheerleading you on. And if you're looking for a more spiritual relationship, now that Venus is in Virgo, that's going to help. The thing is that you need to bring spirituality right where you live, right in your neighborhood, among your siblings. You need to forgive people. And open up your heart to things that seem kind of unusual and different. That might actually work for you. Okay. All right. Greetings, Aquarius, and welcome to your horoscope. So, I mean, you've got a certain amount of energy and inner integrity. Sun's in your 6th house, so dealing with health issues, dealing with working as a team with other people, trying to move up in the world through a lot of effort. That's been some of the theme. Relationship-wise, things are intensifying. Venus is now in the 8th house. We've got Mercury and the North Node in Leo, and it's sort of like, do you really understand what I'm communicating with you? Or are you just going to pick out pieces of this out of context so you can just have your own way with how you feel about me? I'm amazed at how sometimes our wounds in love can stunt us and make us extremely immature. I mean, even people in like their 40s acting like they're teenagers, you know? I mean, I guess that's part of the Uranus opposition thing a little bit, but it's almost shocking to me. Like, really? With all your experience and all your beauty and everything, you're still down there? Oh no. It's like, rise up. Get something better going on. And that's possible. You know, you just have to work on it. You know, your midheaven, your career life is getting better. People are seeing your good points. And you're going to manifest. Oh, hello Pisces, and welcome to your horoscope. So Pisces, this is the deal. You have this great expansive vision that's going to help others. And so we want you to share that more and more. Relationships are getting better for you. Venus is in your 7th house, so people want to have love with you. They want to have this sharing, this breaking of bread, this coming together, this toasting, you know, where you click drinks together. And the adventure in your life is unlimited right now. Cancer's a great time for you. It's heart opening. Mercury, North Node, and Leo in the 6th tells me you have to do a lot of self-improvement work right now. You're not going to get away without doing that. Uranus in the 3rd house, things are unpredictable. You're a little bit afraid. You might have some nagging hostility in your subconscious, or actually a secret enemy that's stalking you with Mars in Aquarius. Oh man, I can't stand that. You know, and nobody, I mean, outside of Scorpio feeling vulnerable, Pisces feel very vulnerable too. You know, Cancer's kind of hiding their shell when that happens. But overall, I just say keep pursuing your love. What you love is going to be better than what you hate. And I'm so happy that you took this time to be with me this week. Let's do it again next week. Cosmic Head, Planetary Persuader, I'm out.